What's up guys, Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we are going to be talking about Carolina because let's be honest, she is probably one of the most overpowered damage dealers in the game. However, if you're a free-to-play player, you're going to not want to prioritize her right away. Eventually down the road though, she's part of one of the best PvP metas in the game. She will help you with a lot of the end game content that is to come, so if you haven't added her to your wish list just yet, you might want to start prioritizing her, because what I'm going to show you guys here today is some AoE and damage devastation. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump right into it. So this hero gets really out of control, but again is one of those more endgame heroes where getting her to Mythic Plus really makes her shine. Now, normally her Snowball Witchery ability is really strong. She surrounds herself with snowballs, which is weird to say, but it is what it is. Not ice shards, no, just snowballs. And then she automatically shoots them at enemies every 3 seconds. Now, when she does get her exclusive unlocked, this is when it gets really spicy. So essentially, when she does cast her snowball ability, she permanently increases the damage of those snowballs by 10% up to 7 times. Yeah, that's a lot of extra damage. From the 3rd cast on, they will deal AoE damage to adjacent tiles of the target that they hit and reduces the enemy's magic defense by 15%. Now that's really good. Typically most people take her to +5 to get her level 2, uses a snowball to attack the same controlled enemy hit by Carolina's normal attack, and then if you go further, 10 and 15, it just ramps up even more. Going for 10 is good for stats on the hero, and then of course more magic defense reduction is amazing. This hero can be absolutely busted strong. Her ultimate is what you typically see in combat, and we're going to show you a few different game modes where she really shines. One of them is kind of my favorite. I'm going to show you guys something not quite relevant to endgame, but of course my most fun game mode right now. Let's jump into it. Yeah, you probably guessed it, Honor Duel. When you get specific artifacts in Honor Duel, these heroes get busted, and especially in this case when we're going for a Carolina strategy, I wanted to show it off real quick because she gets really strong in this game mode, especially when you're running her with a ton of other CC heroes. And this pretty much goes right over to the PvP version of what we're talking about with the Eironn combo, with the Eironn combo, and this just gets even crazier. Because like here we're doing more damage with his ultimate for what we have. We have Eironn on the team, which consumes HP to cast the ultimate to stun the enemies right away. We have Thorin that's just immune to damage to tank some time, and Damien is going to stun all enemies that are not mythic or below for 5 seconds when the battle starts. I could lose this battle, I don't know, but I figured I'd show it to you guys because I don't remember if I specifically made a video for Carolina in Honor Duel. I already did it for Merrily and a couple other ones here, but this one is a very spicy battle here. Now placement is still gonna matter because it is PvP. However, we have a pretty good chance to just do some absolutely busted overpowered stuff. I'm gonna put you in the back. I don't want an enemy Vala potentially hitting Carolina, so we put her in a much more offensive spot. Even though we don't have a mythic Thorin, we're still going to do something like this. Looks like we might be going up against some sort of mirror. However, we have Carolina and they just have a regular old artifact that's still strong. But this is probably going to be really busted because we're going to CC them completely right here. Yes, we get grouped up. They're gonna get stunned. We get some AoE stunning there too. Oh no, our Carolina almost went down, but she literally pulled it from the brink. She's just gotta get that one big attack off, and honestly, it's funny enough, Eironn almost catches up to her. So as far as this game mode goes, yes, she's very strong, especially if you build her with the snow herb. Let's jump over to our main account so you guys can see her truly in the end game. So one team you essentially always see her in is going to be in the arena combo, and again it's in combination with Eironn, grouping them up immediately because, well, these snowballs are going to be dealing some crazy amount of AoE damage. It gets crazy out of control. Remember, it is once the 3rd one hits, but again she's gonna be able to stack up a ton of damage here. I like doing this where we're swapping our heroes. I love using the team with Reinier. Granted, a lot of people are gonna be using heroes like Damien, like you just saw. You're gonna see Eironn, but I just don't have Eironn built up yet because PvP is not really where I love kind of living, but I do like linking her to Thorn to give her a little bit of protection potentially. And as you guys can see, the amount of damage coming out from this hero is going to be bonkers here. She's going to be able to do tons of AoE damage to the enemy team, even if that basic attacks kind of aren't doing it. She has her ultimate, which is going to freeze a target as well as do ton of damage. Right here, you can see right there it freezes. Oh, wait, Ryanair literally just got rid of the target that she was hitting. That's not exactly optimal, but once Eironn kind of brings everybody back together again, she'll be able to do a ton of damage. I really love running Florbell with her too, because it adds a lot of extra protection heroes on the battlefield to soak up enemy attacks. And you can see these battles are pretty much identical. Granted, there's no Carolina on the enemy side. Florbell, she does some amazing stuff, but Carolina does some crazy amounts of damage. If you are set up on a battlefield, like this battlefield was perfect for my type of team comp. A lot of people, though, have started using, which map is it? They start using map... Yeah, this one here, map 3, because you can essentially place all your important units in places that you can't be swapped with Ryanair, which is really dangerous to see. So just keep that in mind. Carolina can be really strong. Ryanair can be strong. But the main takeaway from this is just about every team you see is going to have Carolina in it. Now, a little side note, with the upcoming season, we're going to have the 3v3 arena coming as well, where the 3 lineup versus 3 lineup PvP. So even if she's not completely maxed out, she's probably still going to be a very good hero. Even using that composition we just talked about in arena with those specific heroes might be good, even if they're not maxed out, they don't have their exclusives, they're not Supreme Plus, all this stuff. They might still be useful, just not as potent, and they might be very good as a normal PvP team as well. Last but not least, she is part of one of the really good endgame Trial of Abyss comps. Now, I've been basically pushing with a more traditional Florbell type team and everything, but just like in PvP, these heroes can do some absolutely amazing things and tons of damage. So you can even run a team that you're kind of used to seeing here. Granted, it's a little harder because the spacing of heroes can be a little bit wonky. The incoming damage gets a little crazy sometimes too, but she can still do a crazy amount of damage if you still have all those heroes. You can see the crowd control helps out, but their HP levels are much higher than what you're used to seeing in PvP. You can build a very control-oriented team, and it can work very well. So just know, even though I don't have it accessible really on my account to build a perfect team for Trial of the Abyss, she does and is like best in slot on a lot of these tower levels. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hit that subscribe button if that helped you out to kind of understand the hero a little bit better. If you want to hear us review or go over some other heroes, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be going over some of them very specifically oriented to PvP or very late game here, because a lot of people, even free to play, are in the Trial of Abyss right now. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.